Hello everyone, good morning. It's time to start the day. Grab your coffee, your favorite beverage, shine your light and light the way.
Oh, good morning. I am so sorry I'm late. I took kind of a late shower, and while I was in the shower, the internet went down for the neighborhood. I came back to my phone. My phone was dinging. It was my neighbor, Donna. Is your internet down? Our internet's down. It's back up now. Everything's okay. But yeah, that was fun. Hello, Mercury. Mercury's still here. We still got a few more days of Mercury, and then it's shadow. So we got about a week or two of Mercury in retrograde yet. So I vey, you guys. Well, let me get on the screen here. Hello, Katie. Hello, Flowing. Hello, Teresa. I vey. Who else is here? Anybody else? Did I miss anybody? Hopefully not. But good morning. I am so glad that you guys are here. Oh, this week has been wild already, you guys. Oh, my lands. You don't even know. So my goddaughter Amanda's in the hospital right now. She is doing better, but she has pneumonia, and her blood pressure last week was 200 over 100. And she went by ambulance to the hospital, to St. Francis Hospital, and they sent her home with nothing. So she ended up going back to the hospital yesterday, but she didn't go to St. Francis. She went to St. Luke's, and they're giving her fluids, and they've got her on antibiotics, and they gave her a chest x-ray and a CT scan. And I'm pretty sure she's had pneumonia this whole time. So I'm really mad at St. Francis Hospital right now. Very mad. Good morning, Barbara. How are you today? It is good to see you. And Kelly. Good morning, everyone. Kelly's going to be away from her keyboard, but listening for the first 20 minutes. Well, thank you, Kelly. That's okay. That's all right. I'm sending prayers to you, Kelly. I am sending big, big prayers to you. She has chemotherapy tomorrow, and I'm praying that everything goes well with that, and that, she's concerned that her doctors might just be getting greedy. But I am sending you prayers that the best possible outcome will happen for you, my dear friend. Sending those out. We have other prayers too. I don't know if Fatima isn't here. Is she? If Fatima comes in, we all have to remember to wish her a belated happy birthday. Her birthday was Monday. I'm sending prayers out for Barbara Berkman's dog, Trixie. Trixie got into a scuffle with some kind of animal. Not sure what. But her leg is sprained. So I'm sending out healing energy to Trixie right now, that she will be healed and everything will be good. Teresa Levine, our dear friend, has some sort of mystery illness that the doctors are trying to figure out what the heck it is. So we are sending out wisdom energy to her doctors to help them understand what is going on with Teresa, and then find the best course of action for her wellness for Teresa. I'm also sending out healing energy for little Kelly Lynn. Little Kelly Lynn, who's got a virus. I'm sending out green healing energy to that little peanut so that she feels better. And I'm also sending energy out to my sweet Amanda. Healing energy and wisdom for the doctors so that they can figure out the best course of action for her wellness. Ooh, do you feel it? All right. Yes, group attention for Amanda. Absolutely. Yes, I want to definitely send out that healing energy for Amanda, because she is going through so much, you guys. She is going through so much physically, mentally, spiritually. And, unfortunately, all I can do is wrap my arms around her and love her, do the best that I can to help her. But yes, all of those good things for Amanda. Right? Oh my God, right? You are so right. Oh, I'm loving all these hugs and loves and hearts. Okay, I'm really getting to the tub now, so I'm going to be away from the keyboard because my hands will be wet. Okay, yes, we don't want you to electrocute yourself. We don't want your hair to be any curlier than it already is. If we see you come back with like this tight perm and you kind of look like a Q-tip, we know what happened. Good morning, Sonia. It is good to see you. Good morning, good morning. I'm so glad to see you this morning. Oh, I'm so glad you were sending out prayers, everybody. Oh, Katie says, I just heard a bigger canine grab Trixie. Oh, man, that sucks. Teresa says, the 21st through the 29th, I will be tripping to see Mom. Oh, yes, I have you down on my permanent prayer list over here. Well, not my permanent, but where did I put it? My prayer list that, oh my gosh, where's my prayer list? Oh, I bet I took it out there. Dang nabbit. I'll write it down on here. And I'll make sure I leave this one in here. Yes, Teresa Ford. Trip. 21 through 29. Yes. We are sending the intention that this is going to be the best trip ever for Teresa. That her and her mom are going to just have a wonderful time together. It might be the last time that they're together, so we want it to be full of joy and love and laughter, smiles, lots of hand holding, healing, forgiveness if it needs to be, all those things. We want all those things. And so it is. Yes. I wasn't real close with my father either, but the last few weeks that he was live, he and I really got to know each other and understand each other. And there was a tremendous amount of healing that happened in those last 2 weeks, And now I talk to my dad all the time. Every time I journey, well, not every time that I journey, but quite often when I journey, I see my father and have time with him. And he wants to know what's going on in my life and wants to know how I'm doing and what's going on with everybody in the family. And, it's really nice. He's a very different person. My father was in the throes of autism in the same way that I am. Okay, maybe a little bit more severe, maybe more like my brothers. And he didn't have the ability to really converse with me when he was here, but we converse now very much. Yes. So I hope that you have that kind of a time with your mom, Teresa. We really get to converse. Prayers for Amanda. Thank you. Everybody's saying hello. Everyone's saying hello. Katie is stuffing her face. Hello to everyone. What are you stuffing your face with? I discovered today that I don't like grapefruit. I haven't had grapefruit probably in 30 years, right? And we were at the store. We went to the Whole Foods, and I saw these big, gorgeous looking grapefruits, and I picked it up and I smelled it. It smelled so good, and I'm like, oh, I'm getting one. I cracked it open today, and I put just a little sugar on it, and I started eating it. I'm like, oh, what? Oh no! I made myself eat it, and I'm going to eat the other half too. But I will not be buying any more grapefruit. Yes. Oops. Sonia says, I'm traveling this weekend and would love prayers for safe travel. I've been able to release the stress I've been carrying and release the stress that you've been carrying and have a good time. Yes. Okay, Sonia. Trip this weekend. So, yes, Sonia, my sweet, sweet sister. Your stress is going to float away. You're going to feel that energy come down from your higher source right into your crown chakra like big, bright white light. And it's going to flow through your entire body. You're going to feel it, the tingle as it just descends down into you from your head to the tip of your toes, through your fingers, all through your organs. And you are going to feel that stress just melt away, and you are going to have the time of your life. Just a great time of fellowship. And so it is. Katie's hands are buzzing now. Mine too. There's Fatima. Fatima, it was your birthday Monday. It was your birthday. Just got home from the hospital. My husband went to check up his ear. I hope he's doing all right. We're going to send healing, loving energy to Fatima's husband, too, who's been struggling with this. I'm sending out the green healing energy. Let it flow through him and just pull that illness away. And Fatima, happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday, Fatima. Happy birthday, Fatima. Happy birthday. A little late, but I love you. Mwah, so much. I'm so grateful. I am so grateful that you are in this world. So grateful. Teresa says, I've been disappointed to Mom. Not girly enough or churchy, etc. Not very ashamed of it either, but she's going to have to be okay with it. One more visit. I think that when people know that they're facing the end, because I think that this is what happened with my dad. I think when people know that they're facing the end, a lot of things that were maybe hang-ups before all of a sudden just start to disappear. So I'm really, really hoping that that's the case with your mom, that she really sees you for the lovely, wonderful, wild, weird, amazing, smart woman that you are. Okay. And when I say weird, I mean weird in the best kind of way. Okay. In the best kind of way. Fatima says he has to keep covering his ear when taking showers, or he can have surgery. He prefers no surgery. Yeah. I don't blame him. So yes, I hope that all clears out so he doesn't have to have surgery. Katie says, I'm so happy you're getting new scenery, Sonia. Enjoy yourself. Yes, sometimes that is so much fun. Candy the skin of the grapefruit. It's the best part. I don't know how to do that, but I will look that up. My grandma used to put salt on grapefruit, Janet, and she swore by it. I've never tried that. Maybe I will try that. Why not? Why not? I can't hate it any more than I already do, right? Oh, Katie says, kiwi berries are incredible. I went on a mission last week to 2 different stores looking for kiwi berries, and neither one of them had it. And I was very sad. Very sad. I'm going to maybe try it. Oh, this weekend I got so much going on. But the next time I can get out, I'm going to try it again. I need some coffee, you guys. I don't know if you guys got to see my video on Sunday, but I've been really, really spending a lot of time thinking about just how much of a construct that we live in right now. And I'm really, the video, I linked a video in the description that I hope that you guys will take a chance to look at. Let me just bring it up here so I can tell you the exact name of it. It is called, let me see here. Give me a second. I'm looking. Talk amongst yourselves for just a second here. I'm bringing it up. Okay, it is called, it's by Chase Hughes, and it is called "We Are Livestock. It Was All a Lie." And I hope you guys take a chance and look at that video. It's really, really, it's something that I've been saying for the last 3 years since I started this channel. Okay, it's something that I've been talking about, but he says it so eloquently and puts it all together so well that it makes sense. So I hope that you guys will take a chance and just go and watch that, because he was a psyops guy for our government for many, many years. And he spells out how the psyops works to control us. And when you hear him break down how they do it, I think everyone in here is liberal leaning, liberal leaning, socialist leaning. And what you're going to realize after you watch this video, because we often look at MAGA and go, "Ooh, you guys are in a cult. You are in a cult, and you guys are being like manipulated and brainwashed, and how can you possibly allow what is happening to happen? How do you not see what's going on here?" But after you watch this video, you're going to realize that we are suffering from it too. We have been brainwashed as well. And everything that we've seen is just drama, drama, drama. And we are being led by the nose. The best question to ask is, why are there nobody from the Epstein files being arrested right now? And why is the only person who's in jail for the Epstein files a woman? There's a lot of sickness there. A lot of sickness. Yes, I can remind you at the end of the show. You betcha. You betcha. I might even be able to drop the link in here somehow. I don't know if I can, but I can attach it to the live afterwards. Do you think that being neurodivergent is a bit of a help in not being brainwashed, simple because we don't get it and have to try to get it? Yeah. I think that that's a big part of it. We never stop asking why. We never stop asking how. But yeah, absolutely. It's interesting. In the video, he talks about how, and Katie and I have talked about this so many times, how the news used to be who, what, when, where, and why, and how. And it was left up to us. It was left up to us to critically think and come to an opinion on our own. The facts were presented to us, but there was not this arrow pointing in the direction of right leaning or left leaning with that particular story. The facts were presented to us, but the story hadn't already been formed. Now, when we get the news, the story is already formed. And it's not necessarily a lie. They don't even have to lie. All they have to do is lean the story in a particular direction. And that causes division. It naturally causes division. keeping us, if you really want to, like, throw up your two middle fingers to the government and say, F you, stop allowing yourself to go into hate for people who think differently than you. Okay? We have been led to believe that we have been dehumanizing the other side just as much as the other side has been dehumanizing us. And I'm making that in a general term. I know that not all of you guys do that, Oh my gosh! Where's Taz? I don't see her. Where is she? Oh, there she is. That's my Chrissy. Good morning. I'm sorry, Chris. I'm sorry I didn't text you. Our internet went down, and it must have gone down for everybody who has AT&T, because Donna texted me and said, "Is your internet down?" And I'm like, "Oh my God, my internet's down." But then I saw that it came back up, and I had to reboot everything. So unbelievable. Unbelievable. But hello, good morning, sweetheart. I love you. Yeah, Katie says, basically, we never stop asking questions to the point of driving people crazy, and that's an awesome strength. Yes, for sure. No forced dichotomy in the news when we were littles. Yeah, that's right. Hey, Jules, how are you? It's good to see you. It is good to see you. Thank you so much, Jules. Mwah. But yeah, so I'm telling you, I when you watch this video, I really want you to watch it with an open mind. I want you to say, am I affected by this as well? Because we really need to get that into us. I mean, we need to realize that we are being led by the nose just as much as the other side is, and we have to come together. We got to come together. Lee says, "Hi friends, we have so many are in need, so many have been suffering, so many support. I am amongst you. I pray we all get the assistance we need. Can't stay long. Love to you all." Yes, I will pray for that, Lee. For anyone who needs assistance or support, I am putting out into the universe that they will get that support. They will get that assistance. They will be heard. They will be helped. And they will be healed. And so it is. Whew. Oh, yeah, she is. Jules is doing great. Annie Bear, swishing through. Love you, Annie. Love you. That's okay, Lee. It's all good. You know I love you. I know you love me. It is all good. But yeah. Anyways, that's been on my mind a lot, you guys, with that, that crazy video that I watched. It's like, I'm so glad that it's out there, because I have been trying to say what he's been saying for so long, and he said it so well. So please go watch it. Ah, that's very nice. Chrissy's saying, happy birthday, Fatima. Hope it's a good one. Chrissy's at her job. Fatima says, blessing Annie. Barbara saying, hi, Annie Bear. Aw, everybody's so sweet. Well, you know what? I want to read an affirminator. Affirminator! So today's affirminator is worthiness. I am worthy of the ultimate happiness. I deserve and accept it. And damn it, I'm not going to feel guilty about it when I get it. Guilt is not invited to my happiness party. I won't even tell him where it is. If he asks about it, I'll be like, no, I think you're thinking of something else. And then I'll run away very quickly. Worthiness. Yes. Oh, you can't even read that. Worthiness. I am worthy of the ultimate happiness. I deserve it and accept it. And damn it, I'm not going to feel guilty about it when I get it. You rock. Affirminator cards. I love these cards. Affirminators. Love it. I wish the words weren't backwards, dang it. Why is that? Any plans on doing a more Nordic Viking runes chat? Yeah, at some point here I will. You know, it's been difficult for me to like plan anything out just because my life has been so incredibly busy. You know, between my own doctor visits and family doctor visits and family tragedies and things going on and visiting people, and it's just been wild. It's weird how I'm retired and my life has gotten very, very busy. But yeah, I will be doing more. I'm hoping this summer, and I hope for the spring, for spring, I can do a little ritual, a spring ritual for Ostera. So I don't know if I'll do that during Good Morning Coffee and Talk or if I'll actually do that as like a nighttime live stream, but I am hoping to do one for spring. So I'll keep you guys posted. Katie says, I was on a journey with Danny Shea and I was shown where modern humans come from and why we are here. That's awesome. You can tell us more about that if you'd like, Katie. I'd like to learn more. Teresa says, well, if it makes you feel any better, your hair looks great. It's too long. I let him keep it longer this time on the top, and it's starting to get to the point where I'm like, I don't know what to do, and I'm not sure if I want to keep using shellac on my hair to keep it standing up. So I might have to get it cut, but thank you. So Katie was shown where modern humans come from and why we are here. Well, I fully believe that we are here. I don't know where modern humans came from, but I suspect that a pre-human civilization was seeded with DNA from higher beings, and that's where we're at. And I think that they're totally kicking themselves for have done that. I think that they're kicking themselves for doing that because we are terrible. We are terrible to each other. Katie says, there are some things that I was shown, but I was told they are for me to see. But it all makes perfect sense why we are so involved in the Middle East. I still think that we're involved in the Middle East because, you know, that whole region, if you look at, I forget where I found this. It was a biblical chart that was showing how much land was promised to Israel by God. And it literally went out as far as Iraq. All right, this land, I mean, encompassed Jordan, Lebanon, Iraq, and almost to Iran. This whole giant fertile crescent. I just don't know. I don't know if they're trying to like establish themselves in that entirety of that land. I don't know if they're going after the oil. I don't know if there's something mysterious in that area that we're trying to get our hands on. I don't know. I haven't really asked about it either. So maybe I need to do that. Janet says, totally understand. Sometimes I wonder if energies conspire to stop us from getting into good practices. I'm always too busy myself. And I think that you're probably right about that, Janet. I think that as spiritual people, I know as a spiritual person that I face attack more than people who are not spiritual. You know, I know that is tested in me all the time. You know, sometimes I'm great at getting through it. Sometimes I'm terrible. You know, really just depends on who knows what. Sometimes it's great, sometimes it's not so great. I am certainly not perfect. I am a work in progress, a giant work in progress. I think the important thing, though, is to continue to work towards healing. And if you're not working towards healing in yourself, you really should be. You really should be. And that's why I said, too, last week, I said, I'm going to back off of the idea to become a actual shaman because I have so much healing to do. I do. I got so many things that I need to work through, far less than I did just a few years ago, but there's still a lot on my plate that I need to work through. And until then, I don't feel like it is my responsibility. I don't even feel like it is, how do I say this? I don't even feel like it is a good idea for me to be trying to do serious healing with people, like pulling them aside and working through the ugly spirits that are attached to them. That is not something I'm going to do anytime soon. But sometime in the future, we'll see. You never know. I may get to that point where I'm like, okay, I can protect myself now, but I can't yet. I can only protect myself under certain circumstances. And when I'm getting bombarded with things, I don't have that shielding to stop it yet, but I will. And that's what I'm working towards. So, yeah. Chrissy says, I always tell you to cut it shorter because the longer it is, the more gel you need, and then your head feels awful. I know, but I like the way it looks. I like how full it looks right now. And so, I keep going back and forth. I don't know. But you do. You do. Seated with anxiety? Oh, yeah. The weight loss is really showing up in your face and neck, Dali. Go, Dali. Thank you, Janet. Yes, I am 46 pounds down. I'm probably 45 pounds down today because yesterday I had pizza. But I'm either 45 or 46 pounds down right now. So I'm 4 or 5 pounds away from being 50 pounds down. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. Flowing says, have a great day, everyone. Are you leaving, honey? Mwah, I love you. Zionism and arms. Yeah, for sure. Kelly says, yes, there are several people in government and high positions that are trying to bring in the rapture. Yeah, I know. And that's why they started this world war. Well, yeah, if you read Project 2025, that's very clear. For sure. Katie says, we were created by those who use that gold for their locomotion to get around the universe. They can't handle this stuff. We can, and that's why we were created to be so manipulative. Ah, I see. So we can get the gold out of the ground for them. Because once Israel is restored, the rapture will come, they think. Yeah, they do. They do. I grew up believing that. Mike Johnson took 5 cows over there to bring in the end times and sacrifice them. It's a whole right-wing Christian cult. Oh, my God. Yikes. Chrissy's back. Welcome back. Reuters has reported on this. It is upsetting. Yeah, see, I have been totally avoiding the news. I'm going to have to look into that. That's nuts. Katie says, I want Mini Mike to quote me where the rapture is mentioned in the scripture. Yes, it is not mentioned. He is such a little creep. Oh, no. Also, sacrificing a cow is exactly what we're getting away from in the Exodus. So sacrificing cattle isn't going to bring on anything but a lot of wasted meat and blood and cruelty. Are we surprised? We are not. Janet says, well, it's a good thing we have each other to help protect and bless us all when we aren't as capable. You got that right, Janet. I feel so grateful for all of you guys. You have no idea. You have no idea. Because we are entering into some pretty crazy times right now. And it's in that video, again, like I was talking about, he talks about when symbols become dogma. And we are seeing that. We're kind of seeing that play out right now. We are seeing symbols become dogma. And the crazy things that people are willing to do once they have drank that Kool-Aid, you know. Jen, hi Jen, how are you? Did you get crazy storms up by you too last night, Jen? We had some crazy storms here last night. We even had a little hail. Love and light to you too. Love and light. I love that little baby picture that you've got as your icon, Jen. I think that baby is so cute. Oh my gosh. Hashtag Together We Thrive. You got it. Wow, it's 10:38 already. All right, well, let's do a reading. Let's do a reading for the week here. I'm going to use my Trust Your Vibes Oracle because I love it. Let's do a reading for the week. Just rain? Yeah, we had thunder, lightning, hail, wind. It was nuts. I wanted to go to bed early last night and I could not because once it starts thundering, I am like, I gotta watch it. I gotta watch it. I gotta watch the lightning. I'm so crazy. I'm so crazy. And I was like, I'd go outside and, do a live stream, but it's too cold out there. And Katie's like, don't do that. You're going to get struck by lightning. And she's right. I probably shouldn't do that. All right. Angels protect us. Spirits of the land in my home. The land vitir and the hus vitir. Please surround us. And ancestors give us wisdom. What do we need to know for this week, Spirit? How do we navigate through the rest of this week, Spirit? Please and thank you, and I love you. I forgot to bring out cards today, so we're just using the cards that are here on my table. That's all right. I love this deck. This is the Trust Your Vibes deck. I think this is going to come up backwards. Yeah. Dang nabbit, I need to mirror it or something so that you guys can see it straight. Frickin' frackin'. All right. Let us do 3 cards. We're going to do 3 cards today, you guys. 1, 2. I'm still learning Restream and how to make everything work right. 3. Okay. These down over here. All right, the first card we have is, Katie, work together. Oh, I know you guys can't see that. Work together. You see 3 people, and they are working hard in the garden to bring about the bounty. And that's exactly what Katie was just saying when she said, together we thrive. Together we can turn this world into exactly what we want it to be. We just have to keep hoping. We have to keep trusting. We have to keep putting that energy out into the universe. When you're feeling those waves of, Katie and I were talking about this earlier this week about the waves of energy that are hitting us, because there's so much fear in the collective right now, so much rage in the collective right now. And no matter how much you protect yourself, sometimes some of that filters through, even if you're avoiding the news, even if you're avoiding social media, sometimes that when you're sensitive, that really does come through. And I have been hitting it. I've been getting hit by waves. Sometimes I feel like I'm a canoe in the water. I'm just floating along. I'm letting it take me where it's going to take me. But sometimes that canoe rocks a lot. You know what I'm saying? So, but together as family, family here in this community that we've built, in this culture that we've built, we come together and we work together and we get through it together. And what happens as a result is this bountiful, safe place filled with love. And I love that. I love that we have this. Our second card is new beginnings. New beginnings. Look at that butterfly. You see, like, here's the caterpillar. Oh, here's the caterpillars. And there's the butterfly. And what the caterpillars have to go through in order to become that butterfly, the transformation that has to take place, is actually a pretty violent process. You know, when they're in their cocoons and their bodies are dissolving to make way for that beautiful butterfly that emerges from that cocoon. It's actually a pretty violent process, you know, and we are going through a violent process right now. We just have to remember, and we have to trust that what comes out on the other side is going to be amazing. These are growing pains. This is the necessary dissolving that has to occur, the necessary chaos, right? And lastly, I've got free your creativity. And that's always an awesome bit of advice. You can see she is painting. She's got a rainbow coming out of her brush, everything. You know, this is beautiful what she's doing here. And it's a little messy. I mean, her stuff is thrown around on the floor, right? You know, but she is in pure joy. Look at this flower she's holding. You know, when I see people holding flowers like that, that's sort of a symbol for me, you know, of pure joy, you know, joy that is happening when the flower is upright. You know, when that flower is dumped over and there's petals falling off of it, I think something completely different. But when I see it being held upright like that, you know, that is a feeling of joy for me. You know, and we have to remember to find that joy, you know, do something creative or go for a walk or do something that just brings you happiness. You know, so Spirit is saying that if we work together, we will get through this process and there will be a new beginning. And until then, take time to be creative and to give yourself space, to give yourself a hug, to tell yourself that you love yourself, you know, especially when we start to feel the waves coming at us from the collective that aren't always so easy to navigate. You know, we can get through this together because together we thrive, like Katie says. Oh, I love it, Teresa. Our dandelion is about to explode into wishes. Yes. Wow, what a visual. That's great. I love that. Okay. And Barbara says, words of kindness, acts of love, pieces of heaven from up above. I love that too. I love that. So fantastic. Kelly says, that weather is coming here tonight. I hope after my ex-husband land because he is flying in to visit the kids tonight. Yeah, I hope he has a safe journey. We don't want any tragedies. Katie says, no one ever said staying in the flow did not have rapids and eddies. That is right. And I certainly feel that, you know, I certainly do feel that. But you know what? The canoe never tips over. I just ride along. And that's what we got to do. Janet said, I got hit by a big wave last week, had no idea what it was and why. The next day, my company shook things up and announced changes. I felt it ahead of time. Oh, you're opening up, Janet. Janet, you're getting sensitive. It's opening up. And you really do got to take, once you start opening up like that, you also have to learn how to protect yourself. You know, the way that I do it, I rub my hands together. Well, first of all, I've got so much selenite and black tourmaline in my house, I could open up a store. I got it everywhere. I got runes on all the windows and doors. But, you know, when I feel myself getting hit by waves of things that feel weird, I do this rubbing of my hands together and I visualize this bright golden light coming down and hitting me right into my crown chakra. And I feel it just filling up my body from top to bottom. I let that golden light surround me. And then I push that light out and I protect myself with it. And it really does stop the waves of energy that are hitting you that might be disrupting you a little bit. It really, really works. So give it a shot. Really, it really does. It comes through, but the support of the group is very helpful. Yeah, for sure it is. When you've got people all making an intention towards the same thing, that really makes a big difference. It does for me. When I hear people say, hey, I'm praying for you, I know exactly when they are because I can feel it. Kelly, I know you can too because we've talked about that. And I'm sure a lot of you in here can. Katie says, when in create mode, staying clean and tidy is farthest from your mind, right? Oh my gosh, when I'm carving, there's just no possible way. There's just no possible way to keep it clean and tidy until you're done. You would never get anything done. And same thing with painting. I can't stop midway through and clean things up. No way. Teresa says, right, Katie, if we try to grab the shore, we're going to hit the rocks. You got it. You got it. Sonia says, I have my selenite next to me right now and black tourmaline by my bed. Yep, I keep it with me all the time. I've got it all around me. It's placed on every window. It's around my living room. I've got it in everybody's bedrooms. I know. Katie says, if your canoe tips over into the flow, all you're going to do is be deeply immersed. So just float along, Ophelia. Yep. Just float along. And I think about that too sometimes, when I do my little journeys to the river and I actually get into the river, it's more often than not, I don't have a canoe. I'm actually just laying in the water and floating, so that's a good point. Barbara says, I just found my black flower agate. I forgot I had. Oh, rock on. Well, apparently you needed to find that. So that's good. I'm sure that's got to be a good, negative energy deterrent too. Janet says, Katie, I got the lazy river at the pool last week. I got in the lazy river at the pool last week and it was a wicked one. It took me under a couple of times. Oh no. So it wasn't exactly a lazy river. It was, when I think of lazy river, I think of oh yeah, I'm sitting in an inner tube and I'm kind of just floating around and they got nice music playing and it's surrounded by flowers. You see butterflies, that's what I think of when I think of lazy river. It sounds like you were in maybe Satan's lazy river. Satan! Oh my gosh, that's funny. It does. There's a huge difference. There really is. Yeah. I'm sorry, picturing you, Janet, going, ah! I thought this was a lazy river. Oh, poor Janet. I thought Janet's I thought it was a line for the lazy river, but it was the rolling rapids from Satan. Oh my God, in the crazy river. Janet, the next time you go, video it. Please, it'll make great YouTube. Oh my God. Janet says, I think maybe the lifeguards turned up the jets just for fun. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm verklempt. Oh my goodness. Oh, Barbara says, I used to float down at the American River on my raft in high school. Ooh, I bet that was fun. I can't swim. Fun fact, I'm not a good swimmer. So there's a lot of water things that I have never done, but I want to learn to sail. So I gotta like really get the swimming thing like under my belt because I really want to sail on Lake Michigan. I've done it before with my cousin Ann when she was still alive. She was a sailor, and we took sailing lessons on these little sailboats, but I would like to get a big sailboat and learn to sail. I really would. There's something, I am so attracted to the water. I have to be near water. I have to be near big water, not just like a little tiny stream in the forest. I got to be by big water. I need it. I need it. It's a part of my life. And I believe it's genetically attached to me because my family were all fishermen on my dad's side of the family. They were all fishermen. That's what they did for a living for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. So it's built into me and I need to do something about it. Katie says, here it is easy to float in the river. You can walk on the surface. You can walk on the surface because the water is underground unless it rains and then it flash floods. The pool where I go to PT has a jacuzzi jets at one end, exercise smooth ones at the other end. I wonder what happened if they turned that whole big pool into a giant jacuzzi tub. Whoa. Everybody would get into the tub and they'd be like, I bet that would be good PT though, because you'd have to hold on. Oh my God. Oh, you guys make me giggle. Look at Fatima laughing. She's all like, ah! Hooray. Yeah, I've never, I think I went whitewater rafting once in high school, but not with high school, with my church youth group. But it wasn't anything scary. It was more like a lazy river. It wasn't really White Rapids. It was lazy river rafting. But yeah, I got to learn to swim. I'm just not a good swimmer. I'm just seeing the spin cycle of the washing machine. Everybody sitting in the jacuzzi would be like, oh, that actually kind of sounds fun. Barbara says, my whole house is ocean theme, and I am a 20-minute walk from the Pacific Ocean. Oh, I'm so envious of you. That's amazing. I am within 15 minutes of Lake Michigan. I'd have to get in my car and drive there, but it's only 15 minutes away. 10 minutes on a good day if you hit all the stop and go lights on the way down. I just take Oklahoma. I live right off of Oklahoma Avenue. I'm right off of 84th in Oklahoma, and I just go Oklahoma all the way to the lake. And then I end up at a monastery at the lake. But I'm right at the lake. So one bus ride. Katie says, I love going to PT, everybody. They are so nice. I don't mind exercising. I don't notice. I'm even tired till I get home, and then I take a big nap. Yeah, and it's a good nap, right? It's one of those, I did something today naps, which those are the best kind. Katie says, I love and miss the Pacific Ocean, specifically from Southern Oregon. Yeah, I love both oceans. They're both very different. And the Atlantic Ocean, which is the one that I see the most because I go to visit Chrissy's family in Massachusetts. The Atlantic Ocean is so much more, I don't know, it's different. It's different than it is like if I go to Jacksonville, North Carolina, where my brother-in-law lives, and go to the Atlantic Ocean down south. It's very different. I've only seen the Pacific Ocean off of California. I haven't seen it off of Oregon, but I'm guessing it's the same thing. It's very different up there because it's colder, it's wetter, you know. So I'm sure it's very different. And that just, it's amazing. It's the same ocean, but it's so different in those places, you know. Taz says, I've been whitewater rafting and skiing when I was much younger. Loved it. Now I wouldn't even think about going. Right, Chrissy? We'd be like, hey, let's go skiing. Oh, just thinking about it would break our hip. That's not funny. Breaking hips is not funny. But that is exactly what would happen. Janet says, it's kind of like that, Teresa. We have a 20-foot diameter round jetted hot tub at the pool. You have to hold on and ask for the foam gathers in the middle. Oh, no. Oh, and all the foam gathers in the middle. Okay, gotcha. I was picturing like those foam divider, like the foam dividers. But I gotcha. Ralph, I love you, Ralph. Thank you for stopping by and swooshing through. You know I love it when you're here. Thank you for just coming on in and saying hi. I'm always happy to see you and your beautiful wife. Teresa says, maybe that's it. I like the wilderness of the Pacific rather than the calm Atlantic down here. Oh, maybe. That could be it. The wildness. I've only seen the Atlantic from Miami, Florida, Katie says. Ralph says, lots of love, all. Lots of love to you too, Ralph. Oh my gosh, it's 10:59 already. Oy vey. That went quick, you guys. Well, we'll wrap it up. I love you guys. You guys are amazing. I'm so glad that you were here. Remember, Sonia has her show at 10:30 a.m. Central Standard Time on Friday. Oh, maybe not, though. Is she going to be on vacation? Well, I guess watch Coffee Chat Oracle's site to see if she sets up a live stream for Friday, but she might be on vacation, so I don't know. But Saturday is Katie's Saturday Solutions. So if you're looking for some solutions on Saturday, check her out. I love her Saturday Solutions. And then on Sunday, I'll have my Sunday morning video. And remember, you guys, to look at my Sunday video from this week as soon as you're done. You don't have to watch the video if you don't want to. That's fine. But in the description is the link to that video that I was talking about earlier that I would really like you guys to all go and watch. Okay, it's very good. It'll take, I think it's 19 minutes long. So if you want to watch it fast forward, put it on 1.5 times, you'll get through it faster, but it is really, really good. Okay. So Sonia says that she'll be on. Okay. So Friday, 10:30, Coffee Chat Oracle, you guys. Okay. All right. Well, that's it. I am done. I love you guys. Have a great day. Thank you so much for being here. And we'll see you all again very, very soon.
Thank you for coming to my show. I'll see you all next time. You all rock. Dolly loves you. Dance around the room. It's time to go. Why are you still here? Dolly needs a sandwich and a nap. I'll see you next time. Thank you all for coming. Thank you all for coming. I'll see you next time. Have a great day. Thank you for coming to my show. I'll see you all